All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today I got pretty much a jam-packed video for you guys, taking you guys over what exactly has happened throughout my account. I want to take you through some sells, some buys, everything like that, and basically talk to you guys what's going on within my portfolio. And hopefully in doing that, I'm going to show you guys how you guys could leverage your own portfolios, look for opportunities within your own portfolios, and potentially get rid of a few names that might be hindering your portfolio's performance. So this is all about building your income, looking for the best opportunities, getting the best potential dividend yields, and doing what's best for your portfolios, because we're in a time where the market is kind of up and down. As you can see, my portfolio is actually traded very slightly up, more sideways than up, to be honest, in the past little while. And I haven't been reinvesting. And it's due to the fact that the market is all over the place. We have companies like PayPal, which have had recent hits. Even well-known companies such as Microsoft as well has taken recent hits, and MSTY. And so in this video, what I want to talk about is a couple buys that I made, a couple sells that I made, and address some comments as well in this video too. So before we get into all that, I do want to say we're up to 7,506 subscribers, 305 subscribers in the past 28 days. We have surpassed the 7,500 subscriber marker, so we are currently on our way to 10,000 subscribers. I want to thank everyone who made this possible. This is a big milestone, and we are pushing to 5 digits very soon. So to kind of get this video started, let's take you through a little bit of the buys and sells within my portfolio in the past month. So these buys and sells here are DLR.U.TO. This is just a conversion, a currency exchange, so this is nothing here. But what I did buy was SPXL, 2 shares of SPXL, which is a 3 times bull on the S&P 500. That is for a capital play. I've been reinvesting my dividends. I bought 7 shares of Yieldmax, nothing crazy. I bought 43 shares of PYPY because PYPY is one of the better opportunities present, in my opinion, for a Yieldmax ETF. I also bought 25 more shares of PYPY. I bought MSFO, 25 shares, and then recently I bought 75 shares of PYPY. So you could see PYPY and PayPal are kind of like my biggest recent buys. And to take you through this, the reason why I'm buying PYPY so heavily is because they showed amazing financials in their recent quarterly earnings. They showed that they beat expectations. PayPal beat expectations. They beat earnings. And yet their stock fell about 10%. And we're slowly starting to see a little bit of a rebound within the stock. So there's still an opportunity to potentially buy. Of course, this is not financial advice. It's only entertainment. But I'm telling you guys exactly what I am doing. So I bought more PYPY at about $15.30, so literally about this price point. And I bought it off the fact that the fundamentals of the company didn't change. And Warren Buffett, I like to kind of quote him. He basically mentions if the business is sound, you want to buy fantastic businesses at great prices. And I do think this is a fantastic business which is growing, expanding their base. PayPal is looking into more of a bank feature and less of just an app feature where they do kind of potentially currency exchanges, but more so actually holding your money within PayPal as a bank, which I think is very cool. And it kind of brings them to a new marketplace. And they took a huge hit here. There's no reason for this hit. They beat expectations. They're currently on the same trajectory that they always were. And so I took the opportunity to buy a lot more in the Yieldmax ETF so that potentially I could kind of bounce back, get a capital appreciation play on this, and produce a lot more in terms of dividends. So that's my first one, PYPY. The second thing that I kind of want to address here is ULTY. I actually sold off my position in ULTY right here. My entire position, 164 shares, I sold off at a price point of $8.24. And the reason why I did that is because ULTY is a falling knife. ULTY from the beginning has only fallen in terms of share price. Sure, it pays over 100% dividend yield, but I don't want to own something that's consistently depleting in terms of a capital play. If this continues to happen, ULTY will likely go into a stock split, and that's never a great case. That happened in TSOY. We held that in our portfolio before. And although TSOY is a positive yielding investment, it is not a great investment when you can invest in other Yieldmax ETFs that could potentially produce you more, which is what I believe PYPY. So what did I do? I took the proceeds from ULTY and I bought more PYPY. As I mentioned, 75 shares. Cool. But as mentioned, you could see the trajectory here. Sure, it appreciates up until the X dividend, and then the dividend completely wipes it out, and it's just a repetitive cycle, which I don't want to be on. And so I took the liberty and sold it. Cool. So that's my ULTY position. Next, we go to MSFO. I only bought about 25 shares. We could see here in my account. My account's looking very different. I now own MSFO. I now own MSTY. I own a lot more PYPY, and I own a lot less Yieldmax ETFs than before. 25 shares only is what I own at an average share price of $17.01. And I purchased MSFO because of the recent drop in Microsoft. You could see here they went down. Microsoft went down roughly about 10% in one day, from $445 to roughly $415. And this is a huge hit for Microsoft. Microsoft over the past little while has been very rocky up and down, and it's currently at a price point where I'd consider buying it. Microsoft is a staple stock in a lot of people's portfolios and in a lot of major exchange traded funds and mutual funds. This is a stock, a company which I will believe, of course, will be more profitable and will be a greater stock price in the future. That's why I decided to buy the Yieldmax ETF when I seen this opportunity, this drop, 10% drop in Microsoft. And if Microsoft was to trend down, that's totally cool with me. I will wait and I will pick up more in order to average my position down and get a better yield on cost. The whole reason why I kind of buy light whenever I go into a new position is because I'm unsure. Generally, I'm buying a position where there's a recent downtrend and the stock could potentially go even lower. And so I don't want to go all in right away. I want to be cautious. If it goes up from there, cool, I hold my shares. If it goes down, I will continue to buy more, getting a better share price and hopefully getting a better return to get more appreciation on those shares. So that was my MSFO buy. MSTR, a lot of comments about MSTR, which I want to address. So for example, I got a comment, any thoughts on MSTR, currently down about 8%, buying opportunity or wait to buy more? This was from KELJT7QF, what a name. And then as well from George Dickens 261. I do not understand why anyone will persist on holding low dividend paying stocks. Why don't you have more MSTY, etc.? So the reason why I'm not buying more MSTY currently, I do think MSTY is at a pretty good price point. But the reason why I'm not buying it is because MSTR, the underlying financials of the company are not super crazy. They are, you have to look at it this way, they are a $87 billion company, which only produce about, when we look at their total income, they only produce about $400 million per year in total revenue, cost of revenue. Their total operating income is actually negative. This is not a company by the financials that I want to own. I understand MSTR is not for their underlying company per se. They own Bitcoin. How much Bitcoin? MSTR MicroStrategies owns about 478,000 Bitcoin. When we convert that into Canadian dollars, for example, that produces a $64 billion company, almost a $65 billion stake in Bitcoin. So I understand MicroStrategies is the valuation that it is due to the price of Bitcoin. The reason why I'm not buying anymore is because I'm not bullish currently on the price of Bitcoin. To kind of answer your questions let me go back here for Mr. George Dickinson and KillJT7QF. I think currently the price of Bitcoin has a potential to fall a little bit. And when it does reach a point, let's say maybe about, this is Canadian dollars, maybe about 100,000 where there's a support and I do see a little bit of a rebound, then I will look to buy back into MSTY. This is MSTR. I will look to buy back into MSTY as I currently hold about 27 shares of that. So I hope this kind of addressed a bunch of the comments, questions, and concerns about my portfolio, what's going on, how I've been making a bunch of random little buys due to opportunities that I see within PYPY, opportunities that I had to sell ULTY, opportunities within MSFO potentially, and then MicroStrategies. If Bitcoin retreats, I will look to buy more MSTY. So that is my current outlook on the portfolio, just to kind of keep you guys clear and updated. don't forget as well, I really appreciate when you guys use the referral code down in the description to sign up for Questrade. If you are investing in, let's say, Canadian ETFs or American ETFs, I specifically choose this for American ETFs. Use the referral code down below. This will give me $50, which I really appreciate. It helps to support the channel. But then as well, it'll give you $50 for signing up. And Questrade is a pretty good platform. I don't necessarily have any affiliation other than this referral code link, but they're a great platform because when you buy, you don't pay commissions. You only pay commissions when you sell. And if you're doing a lot of buying like I am, I'm buying MSFO, I'm buying MSTY, and I'm not paying any commissions on it, it really protects your money, which is what I love. And then when you do sell something like ULTY, you will pay about a $5 commission for that, but it's on the very rare occasion. If you're a long-term holder, if you don't want to buy in and out of all these ETFs, you just want to buy, hold, and let your money grow, Questrade is a very good platform for that, I will say. So if you guys did enjoy this video, you guys know what to do. We can get into a little bit of an update on my monthly income later in the next video. If that does sound good, please remember to enjoy your day, have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.